Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय प्रभुपाद की जय हो. हरे कृष्णा. दंडवत प्रणाम to all devotees. हरे कृष्णा माताजी. दंडवत प्रणाम.
We are in which verse? The verse number is not being put.
Yes, 49 माताजी. 10.49.
Yeah. A small change we cannot adapt to see. Change is the nature of the world. But if there is a small change, we are not able to take it as. There's half an hour difference. See how many less people have joined. And we should now understand this is the nature of the world. Change is the nature of the world. Everything is not going to be the same all the time. Nirvari, 49th verse, right? So these two personalities, that is Paramananda Puri and Sarup Damodar, they're very, very qualified devotees among the lords. Sannyasi associates, they always remained with the Lord. And they accepted sannyas just to assist Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his sannyas pastimes. Puri Dhyanapara Damodarera Kirtana. Nyasi Rupe, Nyasi Dehe, Ba Dui Jana. Paramananda was always engaged in meditation. And Sri Sarupa was always engaged in chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. In this way, the two sannyasis, they were like the arms of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One is always chanting and one is in the meditation. Sarup Damodar was fond of performing kirtan and Paramananda Puri was renounced and he was engaged in worshipping the Lord through meditation. So both are doing the same activity, always thinking about Lord. Damodar Sarupa was fond of performing kirtan and Paramananda Puri was renounced and engaged in worshipping the Lord through meditation. In the sannyasa body of Lord Gaurasundar, these two were like his arms. Aharnisha Gaurachandra, Sankirtana Range, day and night, Gaurachandra was enjoying the pastimes, was performing the kirtan with Sarup Damodar. He was enjoying also kirtan. And then Viharena Damodara Sarupe Sange. In this way, he was enjoying. Viharena means enjoying the kirtan. Ki Shayane ki Bhojane, Kiba Paryatane, Damodare Prabhu na Chadena Kona Shane. While sleeping, eating, moving about, Sarup Damodar would never leave the Lord for even a moment. Sri Damodar always assisted the Lord, whether the Lord was sleeping, eating, traveling. There is not a moment when Sarup Damodar was separated from the Lord. Purvashrame, Purushottamacharya, Namatana, Priya Sukha, Pundarika, Vidyanidhi, Nama. In his previous ashram, Sarup Damodar, his name was Purushottam Acharya. He had a dear friend. His name was Pundarika Vidyanidhi. A more detailed explanation is by Antakhanda. Is nicely described also, but Balakhanda is more elaborately described in Chaitanya Bhagavat. Antakhanda is described in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. So here also more explanation has been given. Sarup Damodar was Purushottam Acharya. He had a friend and his name was Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So Sarup Damodar's friend Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He who was known in the Lord's Navadvip pastimes as Purushottam Bhattacharya became famous as Damodar Sarupa during Mahaprabhu's Leela pastimes. Purushottam Bhattacharya he came to be known as Sarup Damodar. The elderly Pundarik Vidyanidhi was his dearmost friend. So about now Sarup Damodar has been spoken. But hey Chalitiyo, Prabhu Damodara Gane, Pathe chalitiyo Prabhu Damodar gari. So while walking on the road, whenever the Lord heard Sarup Damodar sing, nache na bhibvala haya, patha nahi jane. So when Sarup Damodar is to sing, because Sarup Damodar is to sing so nicely. So then whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is to walk on the streets, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when Sarup Damodar is singing, Lord is to dance. He is to be in ecstasy. And he is to forget. Nache na bhibvala haya patha nahi jane. He is to forget everything. Ekeshwara Damodara Sarupa Samhati. Prabhu se anande pade, na jane na kati. So in this way, Lord would relish such ecstasy in the company of Damodar, Sarup Damodar, that he would not understand where he was. Kibha jala, kiba sthala, kiba jala, kiba sthala, kiba vana, dala, dala. Kichu na jane na Prabhu, tarjena, nishana. He used to not know whether he was in water or in the ground, in the forest or in the bushes. Just he would cry loudly. So Lord would not understand where he was. That is the ecstatic symptoms or ecstatic feelings he had by hearing Sarup Damodar's song. So Kiba means where, when. So in this way, he used to not understand. Then Ekeshwara Damodara Kirtana Karina. So Damodar, Sarup Damodar would perform Kirtan alone with the Lord. He used to love singing for the Lord. And then whenever the Lord would fall in the forest or in the bushes, Sarup Damodar used to catch him. Prabhura o vane dale padita dharena. So in this way, he used to catch Lord, because in ecstasy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to fall down. So whenever Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to fall down, what Sarup Damodar used to do? He used to catch him in ecstasy. He used to catch him from falling down. Damodar Sarupera Bhagyere ye sima. What Bhagya Sarup Damodar has got? He can touch Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He can make Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance. Just see. The gopis is to make Krishna dance. Here, Sarup Damodar is to make Krishna dance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dance. So that is the bhagya what he has got. So do the devotion in such a way that the Lord dances according to our tune. So that is what is Sarup Damodar's bhagya. It is only found in Sarup Damodar. Sarup Damodara say Tahara Upama. Upama means example. Nobody can compare the bhagya which Sarup Damodar has got. Mahaprabhu in ecstasy, Mahaprabhu dancing to his tunes, Mahaprabhu dancing to his songs. So this bhagya only Sarup Damodar has got. So that is how Upama means the example has been given about Sarup Damodar. So here Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes, because Sri Damodar Sarupa was the constant companion of Gaur Sundar, he had a good fortune. His good fortune surpassed that of other devotees of Gaura. Even Lakshmi cannot make Lord dance. Even that is what is given. Other devotees of Gaura, even he surpassed everyone. Whenever Mahaprabhu would fall in the forest or in the branches of trees out of ecstasy, Sri Sarup Damodar would display his matchless service propensity by completely protecting the transcendental body of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from all kinds of injury. That means how protective he is. That Vatsalya Rasa, Sakhya, Vatsalya, whatever you call, that Rasa was experienced by Sarup Damodar. Mahaprabhu always remained intoxicated with ecstatic love. He seldom displayed external consciousness. At such times, Damodar would serve him in all respects. Ekadina Mahaprabhu Avishtha Haya Padila Kuper Majhe Achhad Haya. What happened now? You see, he was completely absorbed in ecstasy and he fell into a well. Padila Kupera. Kupa means well. देखिए अद्वैत आदि सम्मोह पाया. All are bewildered. What is this? Mahaprabhu has fallen down in the well. Krandena karena sabe. Shire. Hat diya. Everybody began to cry. They were crying. They held their heads in their hands. They were crying, oh, Mahaprabhu has fallen in the well. किछु न जाने ना प्रभु प्रेम भक्ति रसे. For Lord, nothing. He is not even understanding what is happening. Because he is so much in ecstasy, he is not understanding what is happening. He simply floated in that well like a child, like a small child. He just floated in the well. Sei shane balakera praya yena kupe padi bas phase. So he just fell in the well and he was floating like a small child. He was not even understanding what is happening. Now, sei shane kupa phaila navanita maya. Navanita maya. Prabhura Shri Anga Kichu Kshata Nahi Haya. When the Lord fell, the well became like a butter. And you see how soft is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. When Lord fell in the well, the whole well became like butter. Soft. So his body was not scratched. That is how Yogamaya potency. She gives all type of facilities to the Lord. So that is, and to give the what is that facility? Because if you fall in the well, naturally you will be scratched. The facility is the whole thing is very soft now. So when it is soft, yes, Lord's body will not be scratched. ये कौन अद्भुत ये कौन अद्भुत यांड्र भक्तिर प्रभावे वैष्णव नाचिते अंगे कंटक ना लागे. This was not very wonderful. By the influence of devotional service, a Vaishnava also does not feel the pain of a thorn he steps on while dancing. Now here Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, there is nothing so great in it. Here he is Lord. Yogamaya potency will give all type of facilities to the Lord. What to speak of Lord? Even when a devotee walks on a thorn, he does not feel a pain. A pure devotee, by the influence of devotional service, he just walks on the thorn. Thorn means difficulties. So our Srila Prabhupada is the practical example. Did he not walk on the thorn? And but still he is dancing. See in the Rath Yatras at the age of 70, 75. Srila Prabhupada is dancing, though he must be having so many physical pains. And not only physical pain, mental pain, so many things must be there, but a devotee is not affected. Why? Because he's always in devotional service. Externally, if you see, our Srila Prabhupada got so many difficulties. It is not so easy to go to West and preach. Yesterday somebody was talking to me, Temple President Bangkok was talking to me. Was saying that it is so difficult to preach here, especially to the Indians. Because the Indians, they have their own communities. And once they go in the foreign land, they just want to have a community where they can do some devotion, some religiosity, at the same time enjoy. Enjoying propensity is there because money is there, power is there. To bring them in Krishna consciousness is not so easy because Krishna consciousness is tyaga. It is not so easy to bring a person in Krishna consciousness because it involves tyaga. So that is what was the talk. And he was saying that everybody is very religious, but having money. And many communities are there. And everybody is community oriented. Oh, we are Gujaratis, we are Biharis, we are Marwadis. They don't want to come out of their communities. So giving Krishna consciousness to them is not so easy. तबे अद्वैतादि मिली सर्व भक्त गणे तुलीलेन प्रभुर धरिया कटक्षणे. Advaita Prabhu and the other devotees then quickly pulled the Lord out of the well. पडीला कूपेते प्रभु ताहा nahi जाने. Lord was not understanding. When he fell in the well, he therefore asked his devotees, what is going on? Why are you all crying? See, he is not understanding that he fell in the well because Yogamaya Shakti did not allow Lord to get even a scratch on the body. When you fall, naturally head will break or something, some scratch will be there. But Yogamaya potency, by Yogamaya potency, Lord was actually enjoying. You can see Bhakta Prahlad example also. It is a Vaishnava's example is given. Bhakta Prahlad was thrown from the hill, Simhachalam. Bhakta Prahlad is very happy because not even a scratch came in his body. Bhaya na jane na Prabhu prema bhakti rase. Asarvagyaha prayah Prabhu sabare jigyase. The Lord was relishing the mellows of ecstatic love. He was unaware of external events. He inquired from others as if he did not know what had happened. So Gaur Sundar was so absorbed in the mellows of ecstatic devotional service that no memory of the external world obstructed his cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So one should love Krishna so much that external things should not obstruct one's love for Krishna. External many things will happen. Sometimes man, sometimes apman. Sometimes people may shout at you. Sometimes people will love you. External things should not obstruct. Now here Gaur Sundar is setting an example because he is behaving like a devotee, though he is a supreme personality of God. So he is showing to us that even if there is a lot of obstruction in the external world, one should not be deviated from his focused attention of Krishna consciousness. Moreover, after regaining his external consciousness, he would sometimes act as if he did not understand anything. Do you think that Lord doesn't know anything? He knows everything, but he used to act as if he doesn't know anything. What is happening? Why you are crying? In this way, he would cover his omniscience and his position as a supreme Lord. Omniscience means he knows everything, but intentionally he is to cover. Sri Mukhera Shuni Ati Amruta Vachana Anande Bhashena Advaitadi Bhaktagan. So when such nectarian words, Amruta Vachana, was heard from the mouth of the Lord, the devotees will float in ecstasy. They used to cry, but now they have protected the Lord. Just see that such Vatsalya Rasa was given to the devotees. And the devotees used to think that, oh, we have protected the Lord. We have brought him out of the well. And after hearing such wonderful nectarian words, they used to float in ecstasy. Yei mate bhakti rase, Ishvara vihare. Vidyanidhi ailena janina antare. As the Lord was enjoying the mellows of devotional service in this way, he understood Pundrik Vidyanidhi had arrived. Chitte matra karite Ishvara sei shane. Vidyanidhi asiya dilena darshane. As soon as the Lord remembered him, Pundrik Vidyanidhi came there to meet him. Lord is present in everyone's heart. Lord remembers immediately the devotees present before him. Vidyanidhi dekhi Prabhu hasite lagila. When Lord saw Pundrik Vidyanidhi, he smiled and said, oh, my father has come, Bapa ila, bolite lagila. So Lord is to love Pundrik Vidyanidhi. He says, aged person, very senior in age, old man, but such a wonderful devotee. When Sarup Damodar loves Pundrik Vidyanidhi, and he actually got the initiation from Pundrik Vidyanidhi. Now re-initiation has to happen. So all these arrangements Lord is doing. Premanidhi Premanande Haila Bibhala. So Shri Premanidhi became, Premanidhi is another name of Vidyanidhi. Pundrik Vidyanidhi is also known as Premanidhi. So Premanidhi also became overwhelmed in ecstatic love. Purna Haila Hridera Shakala Mangala. His heart was filled with auspiciousness. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is calling him Bapa. Bapa means father. Shri Bhaktavatsala Gaurachandra Narayana Premaniti Shekari Karena Krandana. The Supreme Lord Shri Gaurasundar, who is affectionate to his devotee, embraced Premanidhi and began crying. Vidyanidhi, that is Premanidhi, came. And such a wonderful meeting. Both of them are crying in ecstasy. Last verse. Sakala Vaishnava Vrinda Kande Chari Bhite Vaikuntha Swarupa Sukha Milila Sakshate. The Vaishnavas on all the sides began to weep as they experienced the complete happiness of Vaikuntha. So in this way, all the Vaishnavas, they are seeing the wonderful meeting of Vidyanidhi and Gaurasundar. So today, who are all joining late, there is Rekha Mataji joined late, Kusumanjali joined late. Just on Tuesdays and Thursdays, please adjust. Do your schedule in such a way that you finish your morning, whatever important work, you're chanting, and join the class just on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Because I'm starting a new program. Let me see if that is successful. This will go on in this way. If that is not successful, then anyhow we'll be coming back to 8:30 time. But let us hope it is successful. 8:45 is another
Mataji,
class.
I think 8 o'clock is better. Always.
It's true.
Because by
Prabhu,
9 you reach
you
home.
are a
Very
real
true.
devotee.
Very
See,
true,
every
Prabhu.
time is wonderful. Actually, for a devotee, even 7 o'clock time, it's more wonderful. What to do? I have to adjust with everyone. Now, Kusum Mataji, you should join early. If 8 o'clock time is there, I am very much happy. Let us see how it goes on. Okay.
Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, I forgot actually.
Ah,
It went out of my mind. I was remembering all along.
that is why I was going on hammering in the messages. It will come. It will be like it's new na today. So many must have forgotten also. Okay. We are in the 31st verse.
Yes,
Ah.
Mataji.
Kada again, when, kada punah Shankaranga, Shankaranga. कल्पकध्वज अरविन्द कल्पकध्वजारविन्द अंकुशब्रज लाञ्छन त्रिविक्रमा त्वच्चरणाम्बुजद्वयं मदीयमूर्ध्नानमङ्गल नमलङ्गकरिष्यति. So yesterday we saw how Sripad Yamunacharya, he says that even if a person is there in the lower planetary system, the only way to come out of all the problem is just chant the Dvai mantra and understand the Dvai mantra. What is a Dvai mantra? Just take the shelter of Lord. Shelter of Lord, that means completely surrender to Lord. Yo nityamachyuta padambuja yugma rukma vyamohatastaditrantraye mene asmad guru bhagavato asya dayika sindhu ramadhyasya sharanam prapadye. लक्ष्मीनाथसमारम्भां नाथयामुनमध्यमनस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथाय कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तं सदा हृदि. So in the previous verse, what is given? Just by the darshan of the lotus feet of Lord, when the darshan can happen? When am I going to be eligible to take the darshan? Just by darshan, all our sankata can go away. So now in this verse, what is said, let us see. Ho Trivikramaha. You are adorned with Shanka, Chakra, Dhwaja, Kamala, Ankusha, because darshan, when am I going to have darshan? So when am I going to have darshan? That means if I have darshan, what am I going to see? Lord's beautiful, adorned, how Lord is adorned with all the wonderful jewels. So how beautiful he looks. Alankrita, how nice he looks, how beautiful he looks. In this way, I am going to see you, O Lord. When am I going to see you? When I'll see you, the time I'll be seeing all these paraphernalia around you. That is Shankha, Chakra, Kalpa, Vriksha, Swastika, Dhwaja, Kamala, Ankusha, Braja, Chinna, Ankita. So Lord has the Chinna. Durvasa's feet is there on the chest of Lord. Sorry, Bhrigu Muni's. Bhrigu Muni's feet is there on the chest of Lord. Like these chinnas are there on the, even on the Padakamalam, there are so many chinnas. So now the desire is, when am I going to become alankrita by the chinnas of your lotus feet? When I'm taking the shelter of your lotus feet, the lotus feet has so many wonderful symbols. We have done also one time, we have done this, the symbols in the lotus feet of Lord. So when I take shelter, when I put my mastak, my forehead at your lotus feet, all these chinnas will also make my mastaka very beautiful when the day will come, O Lord. Even today also, when people go to Vrindavan, devotees, they intentionally walk barefoot. Why? Because Lord's lotus feet, Lord walk there barefoot. Bihari nahi, Vihari. Understand it nicely. It is not Bihari, it is Vihari, Viharana. Generally we say Radha Rasa Bihari. Bihari nahi, it is Radha Rasa Vihari. Viharana. Lord has done Viharan. When he is doing Viharan, naturally the symbols also, they beautify the ground. Even Mother Earth, she is Bhulakshmi. She is also wife of Krishna. She is so happy when Krishna walks on her. At that time, the whole place becomes so beautiful. She loves when Krishna walks barefoot on her. And in this way, the whole place, the whole earthly place looks very, very beautiful. The same way here, Yamunacharya is saying, when I will have the darshan of your lotus feet, when I'll have the darshan of your lotus feet, naturally I will be bowing down at your lotus feet, because that is the only way to come out of all the difficulties. So when that is going to happen, that time, when the day will come, or when my forehead will become so ornamented just by the beautiful symbols of your lotus feet. If you see Kunti Maharani prayers, she says, "Oh Lord, now our kingdom was really beautiful. Neyam shobhishyate tatraha yatedanim gadadhara tvat padayer ankitaha bhati swalakshana vilakshitayi." Actually, our kingdom was so beautiful. It has become so beautiful by the impressions of your feet. But now if you leave and go, then what will happen? All that beauty will go away. So your lotus feet is so wonderful. And just because you are walking with us, that is why you are walking in our kingdom. That is why our kingdom is beautiful. If you leave and go, Lord, what will happen? So that is how the symbols of the lotus feet has been spoken by even Kunti Maharani, Alankritaha, ornamented. The whole earthly planet becomes ornamented, whole kingdom becomes ornamented, the whole city becomes ornamented. Why Vrindavan people are rushing to Vrindavan? Because the whole city is ornamented by the walk of Lord. Only in Vrindavan Lord has walked barefoot. Everywhere Lord has his paduka. That is why among all the Dhama, why Vrindavan is very, very important place. Just because Lord has walked barefoot. All his symbols are ornamenting the place, just made the place very beautiful. So that is how here The devotee's only desire is Lord's lotus feet should be there in their mastak, on their forehead. So why we put this Urdhva Pundram? What is this Urdhva Pundram? It is symbolizing the lotus feet of Lord. And one whose forehead is decorated with this lotus feet of Lord, then they look like Vaikuntha Vasis. Even Garuda also pays obeisances and goes. That is what is said here. The Charana Kamala Mastaka is so wonderful that there is no, automatically it removes. It becomes Vaikuntha. That means there is no Kuntha. There is no misery for a person who has taken the lotus feet on his Mastaka. So how Lord's lotus feet is having wonderful symbols. And the desire to see the lotus feet, the desire to hold those symbols, hold the lotus feet on the forehead, that is expressed by Yamunacharya in these verses. And this Urdhva Pundram, it becomes very easy to have the lotus feet. And here Trivikramaha has been given. Intentionally, Lord is called as Trivikrama. Kada punaha Shankarathanga Kalpaka Dhvaja Aravinda Kushavraja Lanchana Trivikrama. Because Lord's lotus feet has measured 2 places. That is the whole earthly planet and the whole sky. When it comes to where to place the 3rd feet, Bali Maharaj says, keep it on my head. That means even Bali Maharaj has got that sukruti, has got that fortune of having Lord's lotus feet on his head. That is how Bali Maharaj, he is termed as a Mahajana. Intentionally here Trivikrama has been, Lord is called as Trivikrama because lotus feet is emphasized. Because we don't have the qualification to see Lord's face directly. One has to go through the lotus feet only. We cannot directly look at Lord. Okay. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, my request, Krishna Kalra Mataji, 1 plus Nod CE2, who is, I don't know, big. Why don't you put your name instead of 1 plus Nod CE2, LTT, what is this? FIG. Put your name so that I can know who is joining. Who is this? 1 plus Nod. Please unmute yourself and tell me your name. So that next Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock class. Don't miss the class. Now stop here because 8:45 I have to start a new program. And if you want to be in the part of that group, you can raise your hand. I can immediately join because in that group only I'm going to put the link. I think it must be the same link. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.